Haney, yo voy a seguir diciendo lo mismo, él es un cobarde. Y primero Dios se me va a dar la oportunidad de demostrarlo el día que peleemos. Y yo sé que eso va a pasar. Mientras yo siga ganando y él sea campeón, eso va a pasar. Porque ese título me pertenece a mí. Y Teófimo, una vez lo dije, que lo iba a noquear. Y yo soy una persona que me gusta cumplir lo que digo. Y quiero que el papá tire la toalla.
Hello amigos, and welcome to another episode of Inside the Ropes with Coach Mario. Coach Mario, owner and head coach of Warriors Pride Boxing Academy here in Miami, Florida. Happy Sunday, my friends. How are you guys doing? Hope everything's good. Guys, this one's going to be brief, and I'm going to talk a little bit about some of the things that have transpired during this past couple of weeks. All the drama regarding the so-called duck from Subriel Matias, the Haney fans somehow spinning comments from Subriel Matias, actually comments that they don't even understand because they don't speak Spanish. You know, they're trying to interpret what Matias has said about Devin Haney being a boring fighting somebody that doesn't sell, somebody that needs actually a good dancing partner in order for him to achieve pay-per-view numbers. And this is a fact, guys. It is a fact. I mean, how can you spin and interpret that as somebody who's ducking? He's talking about the truth, you know, he's telling the truth. Bill Haney and his team, the Haney'S, have been talking trash about Subriel Matias for a very long time. And the thing that is going on is that now he's able to defend himself. Now he's able to actually say things that are upsetting the Haney fans, because he's trash talking back to the Haney team, who have been adamant about telling half truths, about so-called negotiations between the Matias team and Bill Haney. And guys, this is something that definitely has pissed off Subriel Matias, and he's telling the truth. There's nothing wrong with what he's saying. He's actually stating facts, and the facts are Haney. Haney's numbers with fight with Ryan Garcia, according to Subriel Matias, are gonna be half of what the numbers were between Tank Davis and Ryan Garcia, and we will see. We will see if that's true. He also mentioned that if Haney's numbers are less than 500K on his fight with Ryan Garcia, he should retire. And these are, just I'm pretty sure he doesn't mean that Devin Haney should retire. He's just saying, that his numbers are not gonna be, or basically that Devin Haney is a person that does not attract casual fans, does not attract regular fans. His fights are boring unless he has somebody that is an aggressive fighter like himself. Subriel Matias has not mentioned that he doesn't want to fight Devin Haney. There's nowhere where you can find, where you can see in your interpretation of the Spanish language, that Subriel Matias is saying he doesn't want to fight Devin Haney. On the contrary, he's been calling out Devin Haney from the beginning. He's been calling him a chicken. He's been calling him, his father a liar, which he is. His father's a liar. He's a Don King wannabe. Try to be a gangster and just spreading lies and half truths about his son. But anyway, this is one fight that we're definitely gonna see, guys. So for all of those who are actually calling, spinning this way out of context, all right, and actually thinking somehow that Subriel Matias, the monster from Puerto Rico, El Orgullo de Maternillo, who's knocked out everybody, 100% knockout ratios, fought tough opponents that come to you directly to try to take your head off, like Ergashev, like Jeremias Ponce, like Yukonbayev, all these guys that are tough cookies. They even had Teddy Atlas and Paulie Malignaggi had picked Ergashev to beat Subriel Matias by knockout. All right, guys, you think Subriel Matias is afraid or wants to duck a pillow-fisted, run around all night type of fighter like Devin Haney? Let me ask you something, guys. For all you guys that say that Subriel Matias is ducking Devin Haney, let me ask you something, all right? Do you think that Subriel Matias, someone who has been shot multiple times, who spent over a year in one of the worst prisons in all United States, Puerto Rico jails are not like some of the jails here, guys. These are killers inside these jails. I remember when I was living in Puerto Rico, how they would cut people up and throw them in the garbage dumps, damn, I can't remember the name of that prison. But anyway, I mean, this is one of the most dangerous places to go in. People actually sleep in the floors. All right? They don't even have, the jail cells themselves are overcrowded. People sleeping on the floor. And El Oso Blanco, that was the name of it. All right? And that jail is gone. But the criminals are the same and worse. When we talk about criminals and people that are hitmen, killers, Puerto Rico is one of the most dangerous places you can live in, guys. You think that Subriel Matias from Barrio Maternillo, which is one of the worst places to live in Fajardo, and I used to live there. I used to live in Fajardo. My daughter still lives there. My grandson still lives there. You don't go in there and pull some shit in there, you get killed. They chop you up in pieces. You think this guy's afraid of this guy who is a great fighter, is a good fighter, but doesn't have that killer instinct? You think he's afraid of that of Devin Haney? Come on, guys, get real. Get real. Go to Puerto Rico, go to Maternillo. I invite you to go there and see what I'm talking about. Go to Puerto Rico and try to pull some shit. They burn guys over there. Some of these guys that went over in spring break try to pull some of the shit they pull here in the States. They try to pull it over there. They got burned to death. You don't play in Puerto Rico, guys. It's a different mentality. This is not the States. And I know there's some rough neighborhoods here in the States. You don't mess around either. But in Puerto Rico, it's no piece of cake, guys. This guy was raised in the worst fucking barrio of Fajardo, one of the worst barrios of Puerto Rico, survivor of multiple gunshot wounds, and he's a duck. Guys, it is ridiculous, your statement, how you can spin it and say that Subriel Matias is ducky because he made a comment about some numbers. So get real, guys, all right? Get real. Stop living in fantasy land. Guys, it's ludicrous to think that, but they're going to go to the extreme to try to make that connection in order to, to justify somehow their so-called champion, all right? Their so-called champion, they're going to try to defend, the honor and the lies and the half-truths of Devin Haney and his dad. So that fight's gonna happen. I'm telling you something. Once Subriel Matias stops Liam Paro, you know, inside of 7 rounds, which is my prediction. I've said this multiple times in several episodes. Once this shit happens, we're gonna see what Haney team says, and let's see who's ducking who when that happens, guys. But you know, it's taking off like wildfire. People that don't even know the language of Spanish already interpreting things that somehow spinning what Subriel Matias said about facts that Subriel Matias said about Devin Haney as ducking Devin Haney. You know, and it is ludicrous to think that way. And listen, if that is your opinion, that's cool. Let's see what happens. Let's see what happens after the battle fight. Let's see, and let me tell you something. The only way that Devin Haney is going to be able to get pay-per-view numbers is if he fights a Latino. He said it. Subriel Matias said it, and he's just expressing his opinion. And like I said before, I think that, you know, Subriel Matias should stay away from that subject. He should leave that to his management team. But at the same time, he's responding to what these people are spreading. All right, so you know, you can't blame him. If you want to trash talk, let's trash talk. All right, both teams are trash talking. So Devin Haney needs a good dancing partner. He either needs Pitbull Cruz, Subriel Matias, Teofimo Lopez, in order to make numbers. If he fights an up-and-comer, something like that, he's not going to sell, because people, casuals, which are a lot of people that watch, you know, boxing and pay for pay-per-view, they're a large number, and knowledgeable boxing fans will not support him. They don't like his style. All right, and I know he's a great boxer and everything, but you know, his fight's a little boring, and we rather see, for example, myself, I rather see a fight between Pitbull Cruz and Subriel Matias than a fight between Subriel Matias and Devin Haney. The only reason why I would like to see a fight between Subriel Matias and Devin Haney is so that they could, you know, he could finally shut them up. You know? A fight between Subriel Matias and Teofimo Lopez will sell more than a fight between Subriel Matias and Devin Haney. A fight between Subriel Matias and Pitbull Cruz will sell a lot more than a fight with Subriel Matias and Devin Haney. Why? Because Devin Haney is boring. He's going to be running all night. And in my opinion, he's going to end up in the hospital after fighting Subriel Matias. Win, lose, or draw. 12 rounds going 12 rounds against a monster like Subriel Matias is going to take effect on your body. It's going to take effect on your career. He's not going to be the same fighter after fighting a real man, a real come-forward fighter. Devin Haney has never fought an aggressive fighter like that. Look what happened with Richardson Hitchens and Gustavo Lemos. Richardson Hitchens has the same style as Devin Haney. What happened? And I can give you so many examples of aggressive fighters outperforming slick fighters. This happened throughout history, boxing history. I mean, and the other thing is, Subriel Matias knows how to cut off the ring. No matter how big that ring is, which is what they're gonna ask for, the Haney's, he's gonna be able to cut off the ring. He's gonna be able to engage Devin Haney. Devin Haney's gonna have to engage at some point. Subriel Matias, that's when he's gonna get hit. All right, and he's gonna start hitting that body, hitting those arms, hitting the head, hitting the gloves, wherever Subriel Matias places his hands, it's gonna hurt. It's gonna come a point in time whether this guy runs for his life and tries to survive and somehow get the nod of corrupt judges in order to get that belt, which has happened many times. For example, Floyd Mayweather and Castillo. All right, that's one good example right there. All right, but anyway, guys, you know, I think that definitely This is a fight we're all gonna be able to see. This is a fight that we are looking forward to. Those guys that are spinning this way out of control, and they keep on saying it's a duck, it's a duck. Show me the reason why it's a duck. Explain it to me like you're talking to a little kid, all right? How is it that Matias talking about numbers and facts is ducking Devin Haney, all right? So there's no correlation to both things. I think that, like I said before, Matias should leave that to his management team and should focus on his next fight with Lee Amparo, which is going to be a tough one. And like I said before, I'm predicting that Subriel Matias is going to be able to become successful in that fight, defend his title, knock out Lee Amparo, make him stop inside of 7 rounds. And if he does that, whoa, let's see who's going to duck who. Let's see what's going to happen with Bill Haney. And as far as the money and all that other stuff, he should not talk about it. He should wait for his team to negotiate. Whether he's the A side, the B side, whatever you want to see, doesn't matter. The truth of the fact is that Devin Haney does not sell. So who's the A side and who's the B side in a fight? Do you think Devin Haney is the A side on this fight with Ryan Garcia? No, he's not. The only reason why people are watching this fight, and I'm telling you, I'm not even interested in watching that fight. That's a joke of a fight. We all know what's going to happen. Ryan Garcia is a C-level fighter. All he has is that elite hook. He's a social media queen. That's the reason why Devin Haney chose him and not somebody like Subriel Matias. All right? He could have chosen Subriel Matias instead of Ryan Garcia, but he didn't. All right? That fight could have gotten made. But they didn't. All right? So let's focus on what's going to happen in the next few months. For all those of you who still believe that Subriel Matias is a duck, go ahead, go right ahead. Live in fantasy land, live in la la land. That makes you feel good. That makes you feel like you got, the boogeyman is not a boogeyman. All right? Okay, all right. We'll see. We'll see inside the ring. And one of the things that I always say, the best lie detector in the world is a boxing ring. It's inside the ring. Once you go in there, you can talk all the crap you want to outside the ring. You can call people boogeyman, all that stuff. And it's happened multiple times. Multiple times where, fighters talk shit before a fight. Then fight comes and they are humbled. And they just had, you just saw that. 2 examples of that in the past few weeks is that Cripple Cruz versus Richardson Hitchens. I mean, it's like Cripple Cruz versus Rolly Romero and Gustavo Lemos versus Richardson Hitchens. The 2 quiet Latino guys beat the shit out of their so-called technical opponents, great opponents, the champions or the future champions. All right. So let's see what happens. All right. So Subriel Matias is going to be able to humble all these guys. I don't think there's anybody in that weight division that can beat Subriel Matias. And like I said before, in order to challenge a champion like Subriel Matias, you gotta earn your right to be there. All right, you gotta earn your right to be there. Subriel Matias has won 2 title eliminator fights. He had to go through 2 title eliminators. So for those of you who are calling out other names that are not even ranked, like Elby Rodriguez and the other Joker, the Ali wannabe, those guys not even ranked. They haven't won shit. There's no benefit for Subriel Matias. Subriel Matias wants to unify. He's 32 years old. He's got maybe 2-3 more years in boxing. So he wants to unify. He wants to fight the best fights. He's not going to get a good fight with these guys. So that is my opinion, guys. That is what I think. For all you guys that are supporting a fighter like Subriel Matias, keep on supporting this channel. keep on spreading the word. Share, like, subscribe. But until next time, this is Coach Mario saying hasta la vista. God bless you all, and peace.